today it's still cold and a lot of snow on the ground and icy, and we thought we'd show you kind of how we take care of our ducks in the cold winter time. It's a challenge to keep everyone fed and watered and warm enough to survive. But the ducks are reasonably easy to keep warm because they're tough and they have good coats built for freezing weather. So we'll show you what we do. Ducks area gets kind of moist, sometimes wet when in the winter time, and so we add a little straw now and then to just keep it dried up where it be comfortable. And the ducks get very excited when they have nice fresh straw. They pick through it all and just play in it like a bunch of kids might do. They really appreciate some dry straw. Well, the ducks kind of use their beaks or their bills in the straw just about like they do the water. They stuck them down through there, sort the straw around and try to look for a goodie, I guess. But they really appreciate doing it.
These are ducks that I hatched out, and I think there's something probably getting close to about 4 months old. And these will, I think we will keep like 12 of these females or so for our own egg use, and then we're going to sell the rest of them. And as soon as our weather straightens up and I can let people come up here and see them, right now it's just too messy. And we will probably sell our older duck flock off. And then I've got the younger ones that are somewhere around 2 months old, or maybe a little bit more. I'll also be selling them when spring comes. You can see that by this time that you can tell the males and the females at a quick glance just by the color of the head. The males have turned into a dark head that's actually going to turn kind of a greenish color. You can see a little bit of iridescence now and then as I pan by. The females keep the brown head. Also, you can see right there, that is a male duck, and that has a feather that sticks up right at the top of the tail. And you can tell a male by that trait right there. Ducks are very nervous creatures. They don't like change. If a stranger comes in, they'll get really spooked and kind of go to the point of hurting themselves. Otherwise, if they're used to their environment and they know what's going to happen and there's nothing new to worry about, they're very docile and easy to get along with. Are you waiting for me, Molly? Happy dog, happy dog. The outside pen is pretty well dirty, iced up, so there's not much we can do about it. These are the older ducks, part of the original ducks that we got more than a year ago. And there's our rooster that's really old and mostly blind, but he just keeps hanging on. In here we have quite a bit of a water problem because some water comes in from around the outside and seeps in here. Also, the roof has some holes and lets some water come in. We're gonna have to do something this summer to alleviate the problems that we have in here, or else we won't be able to use this building very well. We try to keep some dry straw down in here, but it takes quite a bit. The ducks actually don't go over in that end too much anymore because of all the wetness. This lot is pretty ice packed and snow packed, but it looks pretty clean, so I think that they're not going over in that part too much. One thing that ducks will do is stand on one foot for a while and then switch the other foot out. When it's really cold, they draw one foot up to their body and warm it up. Just hold themselves up with the one foot. And there is our one single guinea that survived from last year's raccoon massacre. And I think she thinks she's a duck. She hasn't ever been around any other guineas for a long, long time. She just hangs out with the ducks. The ducks really like when there's new straw in here, and they rush back in. And the chickens especially love it. See how they scratch in there? It's always really interesting to hear them talk to each other. You can see the differences of the bill colors. The males will have that greenish colored bill, and the females have a darker bill. Over the fall and winter, the males' heads will often turn brown, but as spring comes on, the end of the winter, the brown will go away and the black will come back, or really dark brown at least. That green bill is a male. Those dark bills there are females. One way to tell Khaki Campbell's sex. Here's another thing I'll tell you. Listen to the difference in the sound. The low little raspy quack is a male. The loud quack sounds are females. So in the duck world, females are loud and noisy. The men are quiet and subdued sounding.
Just like people. But in the winter, I have to maintain 2 waters for each house because the ones overnight will freeze up. And so I have to I take that one and put in a heated area and put in a fresh one for the daytime. And then at night I switch them back the other way. And so I have a thawed out water all the time.
That's the guinea right there. And that's a female guinea. Females make a 2-syllable sound. Males make a single syllable. And I need to get a male mate for that guinea right there. Maybe another female too.
I put a new hydrant in out close to the duck pen this past summer because I also have automatic water for the summertime. But in the winter I can't use the hoses to operate the automatic water, so we just have to carry bucketfuls. But it's pretty handy. And then summer comes, I'll hook the automatic water up again.